Welcome to Academy of Tone 275 with Gregor Hilden.
Oh, 75.
Yeah, it's a big pleasure and honor for me to have Gregor here in Saarbrücken.
For me too.
Yeah, first time in this video studio. I mean, we go back for a couple of years and we have done a few things in the past. Maybe at the beginning of this century, 2005, 6, we did a tour.
2005, we had a tour together and it was big fun.
Yeah, this was a tour with Jerry Donahue on Telecaster.
Thijs van Leer on the organ, fantastic.
Yeah, Wolf Simon on drums.
Raoul Walton on bass.
Yeah,
a dream team.
Yeah, absolutely. And you played the Les Paul and I was playing my Strats, this one here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and the good thing about that is there's even a proof from the Blues Garage in Isernhagen, which I never played after this for some strange reason. Have you played there?
I'm not aware of this CD, so I have to get a copy.
Yeah, maybe I have one more. Let me check.
Great.
Yeah, I got it some times later, and somebody gave it to me with the All-Star Band, which is exactly the lineup we just mentioned here, with Thijs and
cool.
So there's actually a recording that we have done together in the past without really knowing. I didn't know that anybody was recording this. You know, we played there and then...
Me either.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this record before.
Yeah. It's a compilation.
It's a compilation, okay.
Yeah.
So we have only one song on this record.
Yeah. And I don't even know if it's good.
Okay, so...
we have to check it out.
We better check that before.
Yeah. But anyway, this was...
But there's some video, me and you playing somewhere else at Frankfurt Music Fair, Offenbach. And this is a great video. We play a blues together, and it's a fun thing.
Yeah. And guess what? We have that video.
Really?
Yes. Enjoy. you have been to Saarbrücken playing with a jazz guy, a local jazz guy.
Today I had a little gig here with Roland Gebhardt. He's a master of the jazz guitar, and for some reasons he is inviting me regularly, and because it's different what he is doing. So that's sometimes often that jazz players call me, like Jan Bierter or other jazz players, and because it's refreshing for them.
Yeah, I think your style and your tone is refreshing, because you are the master of leaving space and have the notes ring. I mean, this is always, you know, when Gregor plays, it's tasty. It always has been like that. That is your. I mean, for me, that's your style. I mean, I haven't heard anything that is not intended to be tasty.
Yeah, it came naturally. When I started playing guitar, I was really influenced by Peter Green, and he is the real master of that thing.
Yeah.
And he is doing not too much, and I always like this kind of playing when you have room for the notes and giving space and have a great tone. And of course, I love to hear you when you play the fast things, and I love to hear Joe Bonamassa. He's such a professional, and he can play really with speed, and he's also a good bluesman who has studied the basics, and this is the important thing. Maybe if you are interested to learn about my style, it's important to learn from the masters, from B.B. King, from Albert Collins, Albert King. These guys don't play really much, but they hit the right notes
at the right time.
At the right time, and not even more.
Yeah.
And this is a thing. The listener is hungry to get the next note, and he is fascinated, and you can create tension.
Yeah.
And this is the main thing.
Yeah.
And if you play
all the time,
if you play 16th note for 3 minutes, the listener is not with you anymore.
Yeah. It's too much.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. In special cases, it's great to if you can
shred
do it
a little bit.
If you can do it and you do it the right way, it's impressive, of course.
Yeah, but I think with you, the thing is, people know that they get this kind of relaxed, laid back feeling and quality, and that's, you know, this is why when somebody books you, they book, you know, like a special flavor in combination with whatever they are doing. And so that's I think that's a very good example to be unique in your own way.
Yeah, I'm happy that I have found this outside standing in this scene, because there are many great players in the blues scene who are playing strictly 50 style.
Yeah.
And they playing the T-Bone Walker solos 1-to-1, and which is great, and it's entertaining also. But I have a standing as a guitar player with an own character, and I'm happy about that, of course.
and you always had a great tone, and for me, you went all the way in your early years. I mean, you had a real 59 Les Paul, you owned a Dumble, you gigged with all that stuff. And these were the days when these instruments or amps were still affordable. In a way, they were kind of pricey, but it was still the money wasn't that crazy.
No, it wasn't crazy. The 59 Les Paul, I can tell it's no problem for me. I got it for 60,000 Deutschmark, not euro.
Okay. Yeah.
And this was at this time it was a good price, but it wasn't that cheap, but it was a good price.
Yeah.
And after a couple of years, the euro came and the guitar was worth the same in euro,
which was almost double the money.
Yes, and 5 years later it was 200,000.
Wow.
I did not sell the guitar for 200,000, but I know that this guitar was sold in the USA for 200,000 US dollar. So crazy times, yeah. And I had this guitar for a couple of years, and it was really fun to play this guitar. It was a great sounding guitar, a lightweight guitar, 3.8 kilogram. And at one day, a collector called me on the telephone and told me he wants to buy this guitar. And he offered me quite a good money. And I thought, yeah, okay. I mean, I can play with another Les Paul. It's not a big thing for me.
Right.
So I went to his place and gave him the 59 Les Paul. And he had this guitar standing in the corner. Yeah. I saw the guitar and asked him, hey, what is this? Is it for sale or... don't bother about this guitar because it's heavily modified and you won't be
happy with this.
You won't be interested in this guitar. And I asked him, can I check the guitar? And I felt the neck and I felt the guitar and the look. And in this moment, it was clear for me, this is the guitar for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And he gave it to me for
lousy money.
Lousy money, yeah.
So cool.
This is the story of this guitar. This guitar has been heavily modified. It has been hollowed out a little bit. And
it's thicker.
It has been hollowed out and they drilled into the body and put a small back over.
Mahogany, like...
so the guitar looks like an old Les Paul, but it's just a little bit thicker because of the new back.
Yeah.
So, and the guitar has, because of the sound chambers, a little bit ES335 flavor.
Yeah.
Not completely.
No. But it's not as maybe stiff as a Les Paul.
Has a nice attack and dynamic response.
Yeah.
This is the most important thing for me. What I can get from a good guitar, the dynamic. If I hit soft and harder, it comes with the same attack. Comes the tone even more. Yeah. It's like a good car. If you have a cheap car and you press the
accelerator or what is it? The gas pedal.
The pedal.
Yeah.
The cheap car doesn't move, but
a good car.
The Porsche is going away.
Yeah.
So this is what I expect from a good guitar. That the dynamic range.
Yeah. Have you always been more into vintage gear compared to modern gear? I found this dynamic more on the older guitars myself, and that's why I ended up with my 61 Strat or whatever these guitars. There are some good new guitars, but if there's a good old guitar, it's usually...
I made the same experience. So I have a lot of nice vintage guitars, which I really love, and it's exactly what you explained. But sometimes you will get a new guitar, like a Gibson Custom Shop Murphy lab guitar, which is really close, and also the Gibson ES guitars are fantastic.
Yeah.
The Murphys. Yeah.
Yeah, quite pricey,
Yeah.
but of course the
Yeah.
originals are even more pricey. Yeah, and for me it's quite surprising how good they can age these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the early days of aging, and it was so, but now I'm really impressed how well they can do the fake.
Yeah.
It looks pretty real. Of course, when you know old guitars, you can tell there are certain things.
Sometimes not. I mean, they're doing a great job, and it's really nice. I mean, in these days, the Gibson and Fender guitars are better than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, except of course for the original 50s and early 60s, and but they are really close, and it's a good thing for every player who wants a good guitar. I don't like flat wire on the. I mean the frets are really important for me. I love medium jumbo frets.
Yeah, same here, like 6105.
Yeah, or 6100.
Yeah, the standard.
I love it.
Yeah.
The 6100 are even bigger.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Okay, no, I'm the medium jumbos, but they need to be high, because if, especially on like Telecasters, when the frets are too low and you try to bend, it's like the flesh is more on the wood than on the string. So a little, I need workable frets to play.
So how about a nice dynamic blues?
Okay, yeah. Well,
what key? A?
For me, A.
All right.
Nice. See, dynamic rules. Yeah, for me, I understand the thing about dynamic guitars, but what about dynamic amps? So in the same kind of time period, this must have been your 30s or 20s or I don't know exactly. You owned also a Dumble.
Yeah.
So what's that story? I mean, when I've had the chance to get a Dumble back then, I'm more the Marshall guy anyhow. So, and the Dumble that I played was at Ziggy Schwarz.
Yeah, Heidenheim.
Heidenheim, yeah. And it was not 100% my cup of tea. So I...
Mid-range, too much.
Yeah, so you know, I thought, I'd rather have my standard Fender amps. You know, I have my Blackface Super Reverb.
And the Marshalls.
And my Marshalls.
Yeah.
So that, and I bought more Marshalls then. So that was my story about the Dumbles. Lately, I found a Dumble that is now here with Udo Piper, and that has, I know the owner, you know, and this amp has been around. Maybe you know that amp too.
Yeah.
And that one I actually like a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know about you if you know that amp. And Udo has put a little bit of maintenance to it. And I think that even improved it a bit more.
Yeah.
Because before I found it a bit, I wouldn't say boxy, but super focused, mid-rangey. And now...
It was a combo before, no?
Yeah. And also no electronics. The whole thing is a bit more open in a way, which I kind of like. But so what was your story with the Dumble back then?
My Dumble story wasn't too long. I mean, I was fascinated by the tone of Larry Carlton and Robben Ford. And I was really curious to play one of those amps. And one day I saw this 84 Overdrive Special, some similar to this one you saw at Ziggy Schwarz place.
Yeah.
So it was a top tile, a black one.
Yeah. The head, and it was the later one, the 84.
Yes, it was like Larry Carlton and Robben Ford's top. And I saw this on eBay Japan.
Oh, really?
eBay Japan. And it was announced at $20,000 US.
Okay.
I think it was 2005 or maybe 2007. I can't remember. And it was $20,000 US, and I did not read the text completely. I hit the button.
Okay, yeah.
Buy it now.
Yeah.
It was buy it now.
Yeah. Buy now. Yeah. Worry later.
and it was really risky because
of course.
in Japan and so, but the amp came. Yeah. And the amp sounds great.
Okay.
And
luck. You had some luck.
I had really luck, and it was a worldwide transformer.
Yeah. So 110.
I could play it directly, and I took it to the studio where I'm recording my album Blue and Red.
Ah, okay.
And I played this amp on the whole album, and the amp inspired me to do things which I had
not done before.
I hadn't done before, and inspired me to make different songs, even.
So what is that thing in the Dumble? I mean, for me, there's a Dumble Clean and there's a Dumble Overdrive, but actually, it is.
I haven't played the clean sound because I had this one for the clean sound in the studio. But all the solos on this album are this Dumble amp.
Yeah.
And but the story is not over.
Ah, okay.
The funny thing comes
now.
at the end.
Okay, what happened?
So the amp was inspiring and sounds great. You can hear the CD,
Yeah.
blue and red, and
Yeah.
it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I even wrote a song, OD Special Blues,
Okay, of course.
which
yeah.
is
Oh yeah, OD. Yeah.
OD Special Blues. And you can hear this Dumble amp in a really fine way. So I was happy when I record the CD and the album was ready, and we went on tour. And I took the Dumble with me,
Yeah.
and I played 3 or 4 gigs, and then I missed my Fender on tour. I drove back home and
Got your Fender back
got
on
my
tour.
Fender on. I was happy. So for the live sound, it doesn't work for me. And
In the live situation,
Yeah.
with the Dumble, what cabinet did you play?
I tried different cabinets.
Okay.
Before I went to the studio, I tried a couple of. It's a big difference every time.
Yeah, of course. Cabinet
big difference.
is
and
more
the
than
and
50
the Vox cabinet with a 212 blue Alnico
was your
was
choice.
my choice,
Yeah.
and this is the combination you can hear on my record.
Okay.
And I tried other electro voice
Yeah.
and like Larry Carlton 112
Yeah.
and other things, Selection 65, everything. And but the Vox 212 was the best for me. And but anyway,
On tour?
and I drove
Home?
200 kilometers home just to get my Fender back, and I was happy. So after the tour, I sold the Dumble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a statement too.
And then I played this amp for the rest.
Ever since.
Since, yeah.
I see you always with this amp.
Yeah, it's 25 years. It's on every, not even on every gig. It's on every record also.
Yeah. And this is a silver face
68.
68.
Vibrolux Reverb.
Original speakers.
Yes, Oxford speakers. Yeah.
And the rest is also original.
Original, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good proof then. Compared, how much is this amp to the Dumble?
It's different, but I can get a little bit
Into
into the Dumble world with my OKKO pedal. If I hit the gain a little bit, and let's pull out the reverb. Okay. Check. It has a little bit of this Dumble flavor, and I'm happy with that. And I have the Fender
the
clean
Fender,
sound.
yeah.
But I'm really curious to play your amp, and let's see what we can do
sure.
to come in this direction.
Well, the first thing we can do is you simply plug into the amp over here. Ah, no, okay. I know what we do. We go and unplug the Fender, and oops, I just
Machen wir Standby here.
yeah, stand by me. Okay, and this is the input. So, and now.
Sounds like me. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
what we are hearing here is the AMP1 Mercury straight into the system. I mean, when we had your rig, we have this beautiful Neumann microphone here. I don't know what number it is. It's a good one. And this picks up the original speaker. So for the guys in the live stream, this mic, this amp, and your pedalboard. So this is what you always play. And now switching to the AMP1, we use the BluBOX directly into the studio monitors or what the guys are hearing. And
anyway, it sounds great. I mean, I could play a gig with this.
Yeah,
it's no problem.
And this is kind of a boosted clean channel.
Yeah.
You can see the boost is switched on.
Has a little bit hair.
Yeah. So that's one thing, and I have done another thing for you just to check out if you like that or not. The amp itself has also overdrive channels like vintage, classic, and modern. Modern is definitely not your cup of tea. But what I have done is I have reduced the gain to the super minimum because you are the low gain guy. Yeah. And then we can check and see how this sounds when we have like so. I go for the vintage channel.
All right.
So it's a bit more hair than the clean. Yeah. And then you can have also the boost on top. Then it's even. The boost, it's I think the clean channel with the boost is more the Fendery thing. What I'm trying to show here is that the AMP1 has also the bluesier side, because just play one more note or a few notes on this. I go back for the normal, which is this. Now I'm on standard mode, and if you play now, you should have way more gain.
Sometimes when I play live gigs, I have one of those settings also.
But see, this is the same amp just on two modes. So this is the high gain mode, you know, like we just heard. Okay, and now I'm going back for the low gain mode. So this is the same.
I like it.
And then you can even go lower in gain. Can you try? Let's
It's fun.
So
I don't want to stop.
Cool. For me, there's options on this kind of AMP1, and I always want to encourage people to try out all these stuff that is possible. I know when you have a Fender amp, it's easy. You plug in and you get the Fender, and it's a brilliant sound. Yeah. It is that. You know?
I have to say that this amp now it's set up on minimal volume. It even sounds better if I turn the amp on 3 or 4. Yeah. So it's really
low here for the studio.
The lowest possible thing you can do.
But I totally get. The Fender
sound character,
that's super. I mean,
but I'm really impressed about this, and it's so easy to handle, and you can take it in the airplane everywhere.
It is for the guys that travel and don't want to have a surprise. They have a piece of gear that they can take with them, and they know what they're getting, and that's the concept of this.
So, when you are ready with the AmpX, do you still want to offer this one? Or?
Sure, yeah.
So it's outstanding, and it's...
AMP1 will always be there,
Yeah.
you know, as it is, and the AmpX is, well, I put in a lot of amps, including, you know, some of Fender amps, some of mine, and even the Dumble.
It's more complex and has more range. And
it's more range if you need that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, in the end, if you have one great tone or, you know, a few, what else do you need? Nothing.
Yeah. But it's really great to see that these things are possible today, because that wasn't in the past.
In the past, I think amps were rather limited, and the digital stuff out there is very flexible, but doesn't have the same feel.
No.
And so, you know, for me,
it's different today. Yeah.
I think it's okay to have. I think my niche is somewhere in between, you know, the modern amps and the old amps, because, you know, this amp exists, and I don't want to do anything that already exists.
Yeah.
You know, so that's. But back to the gear.
Yeah.
You spent years as a gear hunter.
Yeah. Like every guitar player, I think. Every guitar player is curious to check out and different things and different guitars.
But I think you also brought it to a level where you were dealing with gear. You bought a lot of guitars.
It became a job for me after a while. And it was a great job, and it was really fun to make all these videos with the gear. I still do these videos, but even more with my own guitars and sometimes with the shop gear. And but about 6 months ago, I decided to run down the business, and I want to make music much more, and I need the time for the music, and so the shop thing is not the main focus for me anymore.
Yeah, but at least you spend years, and this is, of course, giving you a lot of knowledge, because you have seen so many instruments, so many guitars.
A lot. Yeah.
And now I think you are pretty fast in when you have an instrument. You know, okay, that's a great one, and this is so. You know, and on the other hand, this is probably also part of collecting the gear that you always wanted. For me, it's like I have almost everything I always wanted.
Yeah,
it's like
same with me
you know?
today. Sometimes I'm curious about some bizarre guitars, because like warehouse guitars, tasteful and
strange
things, but otherwise, but this is just for fun, and I'm already complete with my guitars, and
with this one
is my number one, and sometimes I take a ES guitar with me or a Telecaster, and I'm happy.
The good thing about that guitar is it is a little dirty too. And you know, I'm getting a lot of shitstorms because of my dirt here. And I decided, you know what, guys, you get angry and I give a fuck. So for me, you know, and
the people like the look of this guitar.
I like it too. I mean, it's perfect.
But it doesn't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter. It is. I don't care. You know, I have cleaned that guitar. I have it dirty. I don't care. I like it anyway. You know, I just. That's my guitar that I know that always works. You know, it's like I go on stage with this guitar, and if it's not happening, it's not the guitar. It must be me or something. But the guitar, I played so many gigs with that guitar, so it's like it's in my DNA, and so that it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And do I need other Strats than that? I need a spare one, and I do have a couple of good ones, but that's still my number one. And even if the spare ones would be, they cannot be better. You know, it's too late.
Yeah, it's same
too
with,
late.
same with this Les Paul. I had a spare one, a great Murphy Les Paul, Murphy H Les Paul 59 model, and I played it on the booth last year.
Okay,
A flame top guitar.
Guitar Summit.
The Guitar Summit,
for
and
the
there's a video on YouTube from the Guitar Summit at your booth, where I played the flame top. And
let's check that out.
Okay, and this guitar was really great, but then I went back to this one. I love it, and
End of discussion.
Yeah, the flame top has been sold.
Yeah. The good thing about you is you have sold a lot of gear. I personally I'm not a good seller. You know, it's like I bought what I like, and then it stays here, and then the only way things disappear is when I lose them, but I'm not a gear seller. It's I've never had the I don't know. I feel
ambition.
Ambition. It's like, and I never had that much gear. I have too much gear, but I have a good excuse. It's my profession.
So you want to keep it, which is fine.
Yeah.
So it's great.
The good thing for me now is all that gear that I was buying when I was younger is now worth lots more money.
Yeah.
You know, like I think this was like 800 or something like this, 64 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the pedals now people pay a lot of money, and the Marshalls and the amps that I bought, they were not cheap back in the days, and now they are really worth some money.
Yeah.
And so why sell them? Well, if they go down, maybe I sell them, but I need all these amps to put in my AmpX, and then I have my amp collection with me all the time. That's my dream.
Yeah.
And
so at a certain point you have to sell, and you have to improve your seller's skills. But I can give you some advice.
You should do that.
Yeah.
You know, with my company BluGuitar, I have to hire salespeople because I'm not a sales guy.
Of course.
But maybe you give me a few skills, then I can check my salespeople.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't.
But you have experience.
I have experience, but I always try to make the customers happy. That's the main thing.
For me too.
I set up the guitars on their own wishes and put on their strings. And if a guy plays 0-11 strings, you have to set the neck. And and some big music stores, they send all the guitars like they came from the company, and you always have to set the neck and the bridge, and the sound. The guitar sounds
totally different.
Totally different when you have a setup, and that's what I'm doing all the time when I sell guitars, and this is one part of my success, I think, because the guitars feels
great
good,
because you are a player. You know what feels great.
Yeah,
and
it's important to have a good setup on the guitar.
Yeah. It's also funny because we have sometimes some copy of this built by Andreas Kloppmann, and actually it should have been a business, but it is not, because he makes like one guitar every quarter of a year.
Yeah.
And then I get this guitar, and they come to the office. I'm always very curious. Okay, then I have to set it up also myself, because Andreas makes good guitars set up, but I have to have my hands on it to find.
Of course.
You know, it's like, let's see what happens if it's a bit tighter.
Yeah.
Let's see when I have the neck a little more loose.
Yeah.
It's
interesting, of course.
Yeah.
But for me, it's always the same experience. If you put the action higher, the guitar sounds better.
Yeah.
And so sometimes people are a little bit irritated when they see I have 11 strings and a high action, but this is part of the dynamic range.
Yeah.
And if you are used to the 11 strings, you can do the same bendings.
You get used to that. I totally agree.
I can do the same bendings with an acoustic guitar with 14 strings because
Wow, yeah.
because I'm used to do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's just a matter of a little bit practicing, but and if you have played thicker strings, I mean you don't have to use 11s, but 10s is the minimum, I think. You have a thicker tone and more strains and more dynamic.
Yeah.
Are you still playing the 9s?
I play 10s on the Les
Great.
Paul.
Good.
Yeah, but I have 9s to 46 on the Strat.
Okay.
And I can tell you why. Because the main thing is basically because I grew up on that.
Yeah.
And I'm so used to that.
Yeah, and the people who can play, they can do it anyway.
Yeah.
That's the same with Billy Gibbons.
When he played 8.
He played 8, and Josh Smith.
Yeah.
He's playing 13s.
I know.
And he plays it like 9th.
The thing is, you play less gain.
Yeah.
And I learned when you play more gain, thinner strings have less bass.
Okay.
And less bass have a clearer...
It's not muddy.
Yeah, articulation. Yeah. Therefore, it makes sense.
It's more violin-like.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. But, you know, for your tone, which is always based on the clean side.
I need thicker strings.
Yeah, because the clean needs to be full and rich, and then you go over the edge from that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Thomas Blue style thing come from the Marshall cranked, and then that's the full sound, and then I kind of deduct to the clean side. Yeah. It's a different concept, but it's both great. It's just different, and I kind of like to learn about all these different approaches. And I have to admit that I had to learn a lot from the metal guys because, you know, we are both vintage lovers and I've never really been into that. But it took me a couple of years and then I understood they have exactly the same problem, but with a different cooking recipe. For their chuck things need to be also on the point. Yeah. And they need to have that thick strings for that tuning and stuff like that. I'm not an expert, but I learn. I still learn, and that's okay. I mean, it's a different instrument, blues and metal guitar. But it's for me as an amp designer, I have to understand what people are actually doing with the amps. And it's interesting also on the Dumble, since I played that Dumble and now also analyzed the Dumble. We went to Udo and you know I can see all the frequency curves and I can understand the chemistry, how the stages are clipping. I know exactly what Howard Dumble was after. He was after like a Fender amp that is cranked. On steroids. Yeah. And his overdrive is basically trying to mimic an overdriven power amp stage. And that's dynamic. And I'm all for dynamics. So dynamic is music. Yeah. The more dynamic, the more expression, the more music. And that's the beauty of that Dumble, which makes sense. And it's, of course.
Yeah, as I said before, I'm happy with the OKKO Diablo GH pedal.
Gregor Hilden.
He made it for me, and it is very successful on the market.
I like it very much from the tone when I heard it. What is the difference, or what is the OKKO story? So OKKO is a guy from East Germany.
He's from East Germany, and he started with this simple Diablo OKKO pedal. It's an overdrive pedal, which gives a little bit Marshall-like, Dumble-like sounds, and very organic, I think. And I had one of those 20 years ago.
Yeah, when they came out.
And it was fine for me with the Fender, so I don't need no other amp anymore, so I have everything I want to.
Yeah.
For the lead sounds, for singing lead sounds,
It's
with a
there.
little bit gain,
Yeah.
it's the OKKO. And I played this one for a long time, and then Heiko, the owner of OKKO, came to me and made me the offer of building a signature pedal, which has a clean booster on the one side. It's not connected now.
Maybe it is. Play.
It's still in your amp, I think.
Yeah, but you can. You want to back on the Fender? Okay, sure.
Wanna go back?
Yeah.
Because it's,
Yeah. One sec. Okay. Microphone. So this goes guitar lead into the one.
Yeah.
And standby on. Yep. Back to
This is a pure signal with no pedal.
Yep.
And now it's the clean booster is just a little bit louder, but when you crank the Fender, it's enough to give them a little bit overdrive, blues tone.
Yeah.
And you can hear that the tone it's really it's almost the same. Maybe a little bit thicker, but you have a tone blend here.
Yeah.
And it's natural.
It's natural. It's not trying to change or mid-boosty or honk.
So I can play solos when the amp is a little bit louder, because it gives me a solo sound with a clean boost. And then I have, of course, the... It's really a little bit Marshall. It has a Marshall character or a little bit Dumble character. And if I really want to go crazy, I put them both. I have the maximum.
Yeah.
I don't need any more. So that's the OKKO.
Yeah, nice. And by the way, I have an OKKO modified Houston Kettner tube factor, which I designed.
Cool.
And he put in extra controls. When we released the pedal back in the days, we tried it to make as simple as possible, like only drive, volume, and one tone. And he kind of put the internal functions on the surface again to make it more versatile. So this is OKKO. Great job.
When did you make it?
Oh my God, 1990.
That early?
5.
Oh, that early?
Yeah.
Oh.
The whole series, like with the Rotosphere.
Because the Diablo came out later.
Yeah. But I don't know if he did the mod at the year when it came out. So maybe this was on the market for a couple of years, and then he thought, oh, you know what, I can get more out of this box, and then he modded it. I don't know. We have to ask him.
Yeah.
But the whole line of pedals, I think it was in the 1995, 96. But, you know, do you remember what you have done 1990? I have to look in the Houston Kettner book.
Yeah, all I know is that 1994 I made my first record.
See.
And this was the time when we met the first time, because I gave you a CD, or you had one at home. And you told me, oh, this
it sounds
CD.
super. I liked the first moment I heard some music from your style. I liked it. I mean, you know, it was this guy always.
And this was in the early 90s.
That's it.
And same with me. I came to the music messe and saw you playing at the Houston Kettner booth, and I was really fascinated. This guy can play.
Yeah, well, the Germans. And then we actually had another thing when we talk about messes. The first guitar summit ever. When was this? In 2018 or whenever? You were.
Yeah, we shared the
We
stage.
shared the stage. You know, it was my Rock Anarchy, and all the Germans, because we could only afford, or Guitar Summit could only afford one international guest, which was Guthrie Govan, and this was you. It was Dennis Hormes. It was.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah. So the Germans were there, and now at the Guitar Summit there's a lot of Americans now, which is great. So Andy Woods and so, but you have been there from the start, and we helped.
Yeah, there are so much good players international in the scene today, which is really amazing, and it's also inspiring.
Yeah, I mean. Some of them are too crazy from the technique, I think, but some of them are just so good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And what happened, what is your plan? You also made always tasty YouTube videos for the vintage guitars. And I remember in the early days, I asked you, what's that magic reverb? And then Gregor said, it's the Behringer from the desk.
It's number 7.
Number 7. I think we have the same here in our Behringer desk, which was given for free because somebody didn't want it anymore. So,
yeah, it's really funny because it sounds great.
Yeah.
And I recorded a lot of guitars without reverb from the Fender, and but it's always live recorded, and I dialed in a little bit, or sometimes a little bit more from this Behringer number 7 reverb. But nowadays I'm using a lot of the Neunaber wet reverb, which is my favorite wet.
Let's hear it. I mean,
it's my favorite pedal. I can.
Hey.
This is no reverb.
Yeah.
You can make it longer.
Yeah, tasty.
Yeah, it's bright. It sounds like the Fender, but better.
Yeah. Is this a plate or what is it called? You don't know. It's a great reverb.
Yeah, it's Neunaber wet reverb.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the space-time Wahlbruch?
It's a delay from Henning Wahlbruch. He is near Hanover, and he is doing great stuff. More than I will use normally.
Yeah.
I combine with the reverb.
Yeah.
You can hear it's just a little bit, but it gives me some
More
nice room, and
for flying.
I can relax.
Yeah. Cool. And the wah is just a
and. This one is a nice toy which I have since 1 year, I think. Gives me some nice rhythm guitar sounds.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Jamming is the thing what
Yeah.
I really love.
Absolutely.
I love to jam.
Same here. I mean, you know my band Rock Anarchy, and anarchy means jamming.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to cover in a way that you try to play original.
Yeah.
That's for some bureaucrats. Okay, this is maybe a bit, but for me, it's about free jamming. You know, live in the moment and whatever.
See what happens. Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And you need to have some good and crazy people like
Yeah.
you, like Thijs van Leer, like Raoul
Yeah.
Walton. You know, guys that go somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. My organ player is
Wolfgang.
this kind of guy also, Wolfgang Roggenkamp, and
Yeah.
I love to play with my organ trio. We wrote our own music, but we do some arrangements from even crazy stuff like Dr. Alban's "Sing Hallelujah."
Sing Hallelujah.
We did, yeah, but we did it different. So
Yeah.
we did. Do things like this, yeah, and we do originals music.
And so these are your, I mean, the organ trio, and the organ trio is with Dirk Brandt on drums.
Dirk Brandt on drums.
Yeah.
You know him because you have played a couple
Several
of times.
Yeah. And I think he played on your first record, or I know that I think I heard him playing on some of your records.
Yeah. He
But
played a lot.
a long time ago.
Yeah, he
and-
played. He played on several CDs, and in the early 2000s we started.
Yeah. Dirk is a drummer. I mean, technically brilliant, unbelievable. I mean, he's fireworks. You know. I mean,
and he loves to play, and he has fun always
Of
to
course.
play, and this is he's a nice guy.
Yeah. yeah, sometimes people complain when it's too loud, but he is fun, you know. I don't care because it's rock and roll or whatever, you know. It is what, when it's exciting, it's exciting. Yeah. And then there is another guy you are playing with several times or more often, Richie Arndt.
Richie Arndt, he's a great guy because he's really into it. He is focusing on his thing, and we did a couple of projects together. First in the 2007 we had a project which he has started with Rory Gallagher tunes. I wasn't into Gallagher before, but he asked me.
Yeah, and then you thought, cool, join.
Cool, yeah. Alex Conti was with us, and Henrik Freischlader, and
cool.
We went on tour, and it was a big fun. And also a CD came out with him.
Yeah. And so Richie, the funny thing is, I saw Richie Arndt once in Guitar and Bass magazine, and he had one of my cheap signature guitars in the magazine, and then later I asked him, and he told me, yeah, when he travels, he takes the cheap one, but he plays with that guitar.
Yeah.
He also has custom shop Fenders.
He has some old guitars, and in the meantime he's playing this amp. It's the same amp, and
inspired by Mr. Hilden.
And we have a lot of fun because he has sung a lot of tunes from the Peter Green album, which I made, and we doing this live since a few weeks. We had the first show with the all Peter Green program, and it's a great guy, and it's a different thing to my organ trio, and it's always good to have some different
color in the band.
Different projects.
Is he also from Münster, where you live, or is
it's nearby?
Okay, so same area basically.
It's near Minden. It's
Minden.
It's 100 kilometers in the east of Westphalia.
Okay, for those who know where Westphalia is, in the east of Westphalia there is Minden.
Well, they have a great jazz club in Minden. It's famous, Jazz Club Minden.
Okay. I always played Bielefeld Jazz Club.
That's a nice place too. Yeah.
And you know that place.
I know all these places.
Yeah, downstairs. Great booker, great organizer, great audience.
Yeah, it's an old club.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is when you have an audience that is really listening.
Yeah,
that makes all the difference.
Yeah,
and because then you feel like the whole thing makes more sense.
Yeah, for me it's really important. Sometimes I play for the audience and do my thing. I do my thing, and then I go quieter and quieter. And then I'm at this level, and the people are really crazy to hear electric guitar
with no amp.
And with no amp, and I do that in even big rooms.
And it works because when we played in 2006 or whenever that was, you did that too, and it's very good because it makes people really listen.
Yeah.
And sometimes you play softer, and then people start to talk. He plays in 11s. He's having the Fender. And the dirty guitar. So, but then it is not about the music. And when you go all the way down to as low as you can go, they start to realize, oh fuck, I'm disturbing.
Yeah. But normally that's not the point. But it can happen that some people still talk, and then they realize, of course, oh, there's something happening here. There's something happening in the music.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So, when people want to get the latest CD, where shall they go to?
On my website, on Amazon, JPC, on my website, www.gregorhilden.de.
Yeah. And I mean, if you want to listen more to him, first buy the CDs, but also
come to the concerts.
Come to the concerts.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean, playing live in front of people is what we enjoy the most.
Yeah.
I think that's in the end,
Yeah, we have so much in common. We are both workaholics.
Yeah, we found out about this.
We are crazy to play live music, and we are both have the idea to getting better. And,
and it is alive in the spirit of guitar and what is connected to the guitar. The music, the instrument, the people, and I couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't swap for being whatever. I mean, it's like sometimes people ask me to be just a guy that develops amps. I would suffer if that would be the only thing. I don't mind. These days I spend a lot of time in the company and listening to bing, bing, boom, boom, and compare this to something else and find out about things. That's cool, and I really love to learn about all these nuances. And when you play your tone, that's also exciting. But in the end, if I cannot use that knowledge for myself as a guitar player, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It needs both sides for me, and then I can enjoy it. And that's fantastic. One thing is cripple, So, hey guys, I think
that was a lot.
That was a lot, and I see. This is yours.
Thank you.
So I have
Great. Wow.
Enjoy and find out if it's as good as we thought it was.
It was fun. As far as I can remember.
It was two about the
Jerry Donahue.
Unbelievable.
With no face.
Unbelievable guy.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Thijs van Leer.
So, thanks.
Okay, thank you,
Gregor.
Thomas. It was fun to being here. First time I saw this famous studio in real, and it's great to be here.
And you can prove that the table you are sitting in front of is my 4x12, the bottom cabinet. So I have a use for my good old Marshall.
Rock and roll. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye bye.